Let me start with a question that might sound a little uncomfortable at first. What if one of the most common healthy habits you've been told to follow every single day is actually accelerating skin aging, joint stiffness, and collagen breakdown? Most people believe that drinking plain water, glass after glass, is the ultimate health move. Hydration equals youth, right? Smooth skin, firm tissue, fewer wrinkles. But here's what's really going on inside your body. Water alone doesn't hydrate your cells the way you think it does. And in some cases, it can actually dilute the very minerals and compounds your skin needs to stay firm and elastic. Let me be very clear. Dehydration is not the issue. The real problem is cellular hydration, not stomach hydration. Your skin cells, connective tissue, and collagen matrix don't absorb water directly like a sponge. They rely on minerals, electrolytes, amino acids, and signaling pathways to pull water into the cell and hold it there. Here's a simple analogy. Imagine pouring water onto dry soil versus soil mixed with compost. The plain soil lets the water run right through. The compost-rich soil absorbs it and holds it. Your body works the same way. Without the right compost, minerals like sodium, potassium, magnesium, trace elements, and collagen-supporting nutrients, water just passes through you. This matters because collagen loss isn't just about age. It's driven by insulin spikes, chronic inflammation, poor mineral balance, liver congestion, and elevated cortisol. All of those quietly interfere with how your body builds and maintains connective tissue. What the research shows is that after age 30, collagen production declines every year, but the rate of decline is heavily influenced by nutrition, hydration strategy, and metabolic health. In other words, wrinkles are not inevitable. They are programmable to a degree. In this video, I'm going to show you why plain water isn't enough and what to add instead to support collagen production, improve skin firmness, and smooth fine lines from the inside out. We'll look at the physiology, not the marketing. We'll talk minerals, liver function, insulin, and hydration timing. And I'll give you simple protocols you can start using today. Before we go any deeper, let me give you a clear map of where we're headed. Because once you understand why plain water falls short, the solutions will make perfect physiological sense. There are 6 science-backed insights we're going to walk through together. First, we'll look at why hydration is not about how much water you drink, but how effectively your cells can hold that water. This is where minerals and electrolytes quietly determine whether your skin looks plump or depleted. Second, we'll uncover the hidden connection between collagen breakdown and insulin spikes, and why drinking plain water on an empty, mineral-depleted system can actually worsen glycation, one of the fastest drivers of wrinkles and skin sagging. Third, we'll talk about the liver, because collagen production, hormone balance, and skin repair all depend on liver efficiency. If the liver is congested, no amount of collagen powder will fix your skin. Fourth, we'll explore cortisol and stress hydration, how stress hormones change where water goes in your body, and why many people look puffy yet still have dry, thinning skin. Fifth, we'll break down what research shows about specific additions to water, minerals, amino acids, and natural compounds that activate fibroblasts, support elastin, and slow visible aging from within. And finally, we'll put it all together into a simple daily hydration protocol. When to drink, what to add, how much, and what to avoid. So your skin, joints, and connective tissue can actually rebuild instead of break down. This isn't about trends or products. It's about understanding how the body was designed to hydrate, repair, and renew itself, and working with that design instead of against it. Now let's start with the first and most misunderstood in concept. Why water alone doesn't hydrate your skin at the cellular level. Here's what's really going on inside your body when you drink plain water. Most people imagine hydration as a simple pouring process. Water goes in, cells fill up, skin looks better, but your body doesn't work like a glass. It works like a gated system. Water does not enter cells freely. It follows minerals, electrical gradients, and hormonal signals. Let me explain this with a simple analogy. Think of your cells like tiny balloons inside a mesh bag. You can pour water over the bag all day long, but unless the balloons have the right pressure system inside them, they won't inflate. Minerals are that pressure system. Sodium, potassium, magnesium, and trace elements create the electrical pull that draws water into the cell and keeps it there. When you drink plain water without minerals, especially first thing in the morning or between meals, you dilute your blood electrolytes. The body senses this imbalance and responds by flushing the excess water out through the kidneys. That's why many people urinate frequently, yet still have dry skin, brittle nails, and joint stiffness. From a collagen perspective, this is critical. Collagen fibers exist in a hydrated gel-like matrix. Without proper mineral balance, that matrix dehydrates, stiffens, and becomes more prone to breakdown. This is one reason skin can look thin and crepey, even in people who drink plenty of water. What the research shows is that cellular hydration depends more on electrolyte balance than fluid volume. Studies on muscle tissue, skin cells, and connective tissue all demonstrate that sodium and potassium gradients regulate intracellular water retention. Water follows minerals, not the other way around. There's also a hormonal layer here. Insulin and aldosterone regulate how minerals move in and out of cells. When insulin is unstable from frequent snacking or high sugar intake, mineral transport suffers. Water ends up in the wrong compartments, under the skin causing puffiness, rather than inside cells where firmness comes from. This is why you'll often see people who look swollen but still aged. Puffy face, yet wrinkles. That's not hydration, that's fluid misplacement. So what do we do instead? The solution is not to drink less water, it's to add structure to your water. A simple starting protocol is this. Add a small pinch of natural sea salt or Himalayan salt to 1 or 2 glasses of water per day, especially in the morning. This provides sodium and trace minerals that help water enter cells efficiently. You can also add a squeeze of lemon or lime, not for vitamin C alone, but because the organic acids support mineral absorption and gently stimulate liver bile flow, which indirectly supports collagen metabolism. Timing matters too. Drinking mineralized water between meals, not with heavy food, allows better absorption without diluting stomach acid. And here's an important reminder. More is not better. We're talking about supporting physiology, not overwhelming it. Your skin doesn't need gallons of water. It needs properly directed hydration. If this is making sense so far, consider subscribing. I share content like this every day to help you fix the root causes of aging, not just chase surface solutions. Next, we're going to look at how insulin and sugar quietly sabotage collagen, even if your skincare routine is perfect. Now let's talk about a connection almost no one makes. The link between insulin, sugar exposure, and collagen breakdown, even when you're doing everything right. Here's what's really going on inside your body. Collagen is a protein scaffold. It gives your skin structure, firmness, and elasticity. But collagen is extremely vulnerable to a process called glycation. Glycation happens when excess glucose in the bloodstream sticks to proteins and damages them. Think of it like caramelizing sugar onto delicate fibers. Once collagen is glycated, it becomes stiff, brittle, and prone to breaking. This matters because hydration alone cannot protect collagen if insulin is unstable. Let me explain this with a simple analogy. Imagine collagen fibers as flexible rubber bands. In a low-sugar environment, they stretch and bounce back. But when sugar constantly coats them, they dry out, harden, and eventually snap. No cream, serum, or collagen drink can reverse that once it happens. Now, here's where plain water comes back into the picture. When people drink large amounts of plain water without minerals, especially alongside carbohydrates or sweetened beverages, blood sugar can fluctuate more aggressively. The body responds with insulin spikes, followed by drops. These swings increase oxidative stress and accelerate glycation, particularly in the skin, joints, and blood vessels. What the research shows is that chronically elevated insulin doesn't just affect weight. It downregulates fibroblast activity, the very cells responsible for producing collagen and elastin. In other words, even if you're consuming collagen, your body may not be using it efficiently. This is why some people take collagen supplements for years and see no improvement in skin texture. The raw material is there, but the metabolic environment is hostile. So what's the solution? First, hydration should stabilize blood sugar, not aggravate it. That means avoiding sweetened waters, fruit juices, honey water, or flavored drinks marketed as healthy hydration. These create microinsulin spikes throughout the day. Second, adding minerals to water helps slow gastric emptying and improves insulin sensitivity. Sodium, magnesium, and potassium play direct roles in glucose transport and insulin signaling. When minerals are present, glucose is handled more smoothly by the cells. Third, timing matters again. Drinking mineralized water away from high carbohydrate meals helps prevent dilution of digestive enzymes and reduces post-meal glucose spikes. A very practical tool here is this. If you're going to drink water within an hour of eating, make sure it contains minerals and no sweeteners. This simple shift alone can reduce glycation pressure on collagen over time. And one more important point, fasting windows matter. During overnight fasting, insulin is low and collagen repair is higher. Supporting that window with mineral water in the morning instead of sugary drinks protects collagen during one of its most active repair phases. You don't age because you lack collagen, you age because collagen is being damaged faster than it's rebuilt. Next, we're going to look at a silent player most people ignore, the liver, and why collagen, hydration, and skin aging all depend on how well it's functioning. Now let's talk about an organ that almost never gets mentioned in skincare conversations, the liver. Yet it may be the most important player in collagen integrity and skin aging. Here's what's really going on inside your body. Your liver is the central processing unit for hormones, toxins, nutrients, and protein metabolism. Collagen production doesn't happen in isolation. It depends on amino acid availability, vitamin A activation, copper balance, and proper estrogen metabolism, all of which are liver-dependent processes. Let me explain this with a simple analogy. Think of collagen as a high-quality building material. The liver is the construction manager. If the manager is overwhelmed, understaffed, or disorganized, the materials pile up, get misused, or never make it to the job site. The problem isn't the material, it's the system directing it. When the liver is congested from processed foods, excess fructose, alcohol, medications, or chronic inflammation, collagen synthesis slows. At the same time, breakdown accelerates. This is why skin often looks dull, thin, or sagging in people with otherwise good diets. Hydration plays a crucial role here. Plain water does not support liver detoxification efficiently on its own. The liver requires minerals, glycine, and bile flow to move toxins out and recycle hormones properly. Without those, collagen-damaging compounds remain in circulation longer, increasing oxidative stress in skin tissue. What the research shows is that bile production and flow are essential for fat-soluble nutrient absorption, including vitamins A, D, E, and K. Vitamin A in particular is critical for fibroblast signaling and collagen gene expression, but vitamin A must be activated by the liver to be usable. This is why people can eat nutrient-rich foods and still show signs of premature aging. The delivery system is compromised. So what supports the liver through hydration? First, adding bitter compounds to water can gently stimulate bile flow. A squeeze of lemon, a splash of apple cider vinegar, or even a pinch of dandelion or gentian bitters before meals can improve liver signaling. Second, glycine is a key amino acid for both collagen structure and liver detox pathways. Adding collagen peptides or glycine powder to mineralized water earlier in the day can support both skin and liver simultaneously. Third, timing matters again. The liver is most active at night. Avoid heavy fluid intake late in the evening, which can disrupt sleep and cortisol rhythms. Instead, front-load hydration earlier in the day when detox pathways are primed. A simple daily protocol looks like this. 1 glass of warm water in the morning with minerals and lemon, 1 glass midday with collagen or glycine, and lighter hydration in the evening. If this is helping you connect the dots, consider subscribing. I post content like this every day to help you understand the root causes of aging and how to correct them naturally. Next, we're going to talk about cortisol, stress hydration, and why puffiness and wrinkles can coexist, something most people completely misunderstand. Now let's address something that confuses a lot of people. Why you can look puffy and still be dehydrated at the same time. Here's what's really going on inside your body. This comes down to cortisol, your primary stress hormone. Cortisol's job is to keep you alive under pressure, but chronically elevated cortisol changes how your body handles water, minerals, and collagen repair. Let me explain this with a simple analogy. Think of cortisol as an emergency manager. In short bursts, it's helpful, but when it stays elevated from poor sleep, emotional stress, undereating, overexercising, or constant caffeine, it starts rerouting resources away from long-term repair and toward short-term survival. Under high cortisol, your body pulls water out of cells and into the bloodstream to maintain blood pressure. That creates surface-level puffiness, especially in the face and under the eyes, while the deeper layers of the skin become dry and fragile. This is why stress ages the face so quickly. Collagen suffers in 2 ways. First, cortisol directly suppresses fibroblast activity. These are the cells that build collagen and elastin. High cortisol tells the body, now is not the time to repair. Second, cortisol increases mineral loss, especially magnesium and potassium through the kidneys. Without these minerals, cells lose their ability to retain water. So even if you're drinking plenty of fluids, hydration never reaches where it's needed. What the research shows is that chronic stress accelerates collagen degradation by increasing matrix metalloproteinases, enzymes that break down connective tissue. This is why stress-related aging looks different. Thinner skin, deeper lines, slower healing. Now here's where hydration strategy becomes powerful. Drinking plain water during periods of high stress can actually worsen mineral loss. You dilute what little magnesium and potassium you have left, signaling the kidneys to flush even more. Instead, hydration should calm the nervous system, not stimulate it. A very effective protocol is adding magnesium, either through mineral water or a small amount of magnesium glycinate, earlier in the day. Magnesium supports parasympathetic activity, lowers cortisol output, and improves intracellular hydration. Another tool is warm or room temperature water, not ice cold. Cold water is a stress signal to the body. Warm water supports vagal tone and digestion. Caffeine timing matters too. If you rely on coffee first thing in the morning without minerals, cortisol spikes higher and stays elevated longer. A glass of mineralized water before caffeine can significantly blunt that response. And don't underestimate breathing and sleep. No hydration strategy can override chronic sleep deprivation. Deep sleep is when collagen repair accelerates and cortisol drops. Supporting hydration earlier in the day protects sleep quality at night. So if you've ever wondered why you're swollen yet wrinkled, tired yet wired, this is why. It's not aging, it's stress physiology. Next, we're going to talk about what to actually add to your water. The specific compounds that research shows can support collagen signaling, skin firmness, and smoother texture from within. Now let's get very specific about what to actually add to your water. Not trends, not marketing, but compounds that make physiological sense when it comes to collagen, skin firmness, and wrinkle reduction. Here's what the research shows when you step back and look at collagen metabolism as a system. Collagen is not just protein. It's a hydrated structure, stabilized by minerals, supported by amino acids, and protected by antioxidants. If even one of those is missing, collagen weakens. Let me explain this simply. Think of collagen like reinforced concrete. Protein is the steel, water is the cement, minerals are what allow the cement to set properly. Without minerals, everything stays fragile. The first and most important addition is minerals, especially sodium, potassium, and magnesium. These regulate cellular hydration and create the electrical gradient that pulls water into fibroblasts, the cells that build collagen. A pinch of high-quality sea salt in water once or twice per day is often enough. This is not about excess salt. It's about restoring mineral signaling that modern diets have stripped away. The second powerful addition is glycine, either alone or as part of collagen peptides. Glycine is a conditionally essential amino acid. It makes up nearly 1/3 of collagen structure, but it's also critical for liver detoxification and nervous system calming. This dual role is why glycine is so effective for skin. It supports both construction and repair. Adding collagen peptides or glycine to water earlier in the day, especially mid-morning or early afternoon, supports fibroblast activity without disrupting sleep. Third, vitamin C, but not megadoses. Vitamin C is required for collagen cross-linking. Without it, collagen fibers are weak and disorganized. A squeeze of lemon or lime provides enough vitamin C to support this process while also improving mineral absorption. Fourth, trace minerals like copper and silica. Copper activates lysyl oxidase, an enzyme responsible for strengthening collagen fibers. Silica improves connective tissue elasticity. These don't need to be supplemented aggressively. They're often present naturally in mineral-rich water or whole food mineral drops. What's important is consistency, not quantity. Now here's what to avoid. Avoid adding sweeteners, honey syrups, or fruit concentrates to your water. Even natural sugars increase glycation pressure on collagen. Avoid flavored hydration products that spike insulin while pretending to be healthy. Here's a simple daily hydration framework. Morning, warm mineral water with a pinch of salt and lemon. Midday, mineral water with collagen or glycine. Afternoon, plain or lightly mineralized water. Evening, minimal fluids to protect sleep and cortisol rhythm. If this is helping you rethink hydration and aging, consider subscribing. I post content like this every day to help you build health from the inside out, naturally, intelligently, and sustainably. Next, we'll bring everything together into a complete daily protocol. When to drink, how much, and how to personalize this based on age, stress, and metabolic health. Now let's put all of this together into a clear, repeatable daily hydration protocol, because information only matters if it changes behavior. Here's what's really going on inside your body when hydration works correctly. Your skin, joints, and connective tissue repair themselves on a rhythm, guided by circadian biology, insulin patterns, cortisol timing, and liver activity. Hydration should support that rhythm, not disrupt it. Let me explain this with a simple analogy. Think of your body like a well-run city. There's a time for deliveries, a time for cleanup, and a time for repair. If trucks are driving through at the wrong hours, traffic jams happen. Hydration works the same way. So here's the structure. Start your day by hydrating before stimulating. Within 30 minutes of waking, drink 1 glass of warm or room temperature water with a pinch of natural sea salt and a squeeze of lemon. This gently raises blood volume, supports adrenal stability, stimulates bile flow, and prepares your cells to hold water. Do this before coffee or tea. Mid-morning is your collagen support window. This is an ideal time for mineralized water with collagen peptides or glycine. Insulin is relatively stable, cortisol is tapering, and fibroblasts are responsive. You're supporting repair without interfering with digestion or sleep. With meals, keep fluids light. Small sips are fine, but avoid large volumes of water that dilute stomach acid and impair protein digestion, especially important for collagen absorption. Digestion sets the stage for repair later. Early to mid-afternoon is your maintenance hydration window. Plain water or lightly mineralized water works well here. This supports circulation, nutrient delivery, and skin hydration without overstimulating the kidneys. In the evening, pull back intentionally. Excess fluid late at night disrupts sleep, raises nighttime cortisol, and reduces growth hormone release, which is when collagen repair peaks. If you're thirsty, take small sips, but avoid forcing hydration. Now let's personalize this. If you're under high stress, prioritize magnesium earlier in the day. If you're insulin resistant, avoid any sweetened drinks entirely. If you're over 50, consistency matters more than volume. If you exercise heavily, replace minerals, not just water. And here's the key takeaway I want you to remember. Wrinkles don't come from lack of water. They come from misdirected hydration, mineral loss, insulin damage, and impaired repair signaling. Fix the direction, and the body does the rest. Now let's close this properly. Let's take a moment to bring this all together. Aging skin, fine lines, and collagen loss are not simply the result of time passing or genetics. They are the outcome of how your body manages water, minerals, hormones, and repair signals every single day. What we've really uncovered here is that drinking more water is not the solution. Drinking smarter is. Your skin doesn't need to be flooded. It needs water to be guided into cells, into connective tissue, into the collagen matrix where firmness and elasticity are created. And that guidance comes from minerals, metabolic stability, liver function, and calm stress physiology. When insulin is balanced, collagen is protected. When the liver is supported, collagen is built. When cortisol is regulated, collagen is preserved. And when hydration works with these systems, not against them, the body begins to repair itself naturally. The most powerful part of this is how simple it is. You don't need expensive treatments. You don't need complicated routines. You need to respect the body's design. So here's your challenge. For the next 7 days, stop drinking plain water first thing in the morning. Add minerals. Add intention. Pay attention to how your skin feels, how your joints move, and how your energy responds. Track your body. Let it teach you. And if this added value, like the video and subscribe to join others who are optimizing their health, skin, and longevity naturally, without medication, without gimmicks, and without fear. Your body knows how to heal. You just have to give it the right signals.